Hello folks, Kyle here, Dark 30 Outdoors. Hey, today it is Saturday, November the 9th. I'm up here in northwest Ohio hunting at my buddy CJ's farm. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It got nice and cold last night, down to about 36, 37. But these box blinds, man, it's pretty nice. I'm not even all that cold. I am bundled up, but it's pretty nice being in these blinds. Haven't seen any deer yet, but I'm gonna hang until probably about 10:30 or so. It's a beautiful morning. Real light east wind's kind of coming in my face, like maybe 2-3 miles per hour. So. Okay, I'm gonna settle in and hopefully bring you some deer.
Hey folks, Kyle with me with Dark 30 Outdoors, and he's at my humble little homestead here in northwest Ohio for a deer hunt. And good to see you again.
The annual trip, you bet.
So I'm going to let him kick things off on what's going on here.
Yeah, you bet. It is Saturday, November 9th. I just rolled in yesterday afternoon. Did a hunt yesterday, did a hunt this morning, and did a hunt this evening. And so lots of deer hunting, not a lot of deer action. So why don't you share with us the outlook for deer hunting here at the farm?
So here in Defiance County, in northwest Ohio, I've lived here 20 years now. We've had the worst outbreak of EHD, which we have been under a drought for, well, pretty much all of summer and all of fall. Which promotes the midge flies, and they attack the deer. And there's estimates now that 75 to 80% of the deer herd in Defiance County has been wiped out.
You know, I was thinking about this while I was on standing, not seeing any deer, but this is my 4th year, annual trip to come up and hunt with you. I love this farm. I love the way you've got it laid out. And I've been through the gamut, right? Year 1, it was flooded. We couldn't even get in the river bottom.
You were limited to the background.
Year 2, storms and heavy wind. And then year 3, it was really ideal conditions. Lots of good deer, some good bucks. A couple of them got harvested like a week or 2 later. But and then this year, drought conditions and the an EHD, a disease epidemic.
You know, and I told Kyle, instead of pissing away some vacation days, maybe spend it down there locally where he hunts to harvest some deer. But he was adamant. He said, look, first and foremost, I want to come up there to hang out with you. Deer hunting is the secondary.
Absolutely.
And what made this trip even better or more ideal is just a few days before he come up here, he harvested a real nice buck.
Absolutely.
So the pressure to get some deer meat in the freezer, gone.
Right.
So this whole trip, even though he's got a few hunts under his belt, has been let's hang out, have fun, and he got to see some new additions to the property, and he'll show you that here soon.
Absolutely.
The cabin I built and the outhouse I built from scratch.
You betcha. All right, buddy.
So
stay tuned. We got lots to show you, but we probably ain't going to bring you any deer.
So while we had a little bit of downtime in between Kyle's hunts, we decided to walk Mud Creek and look for dead deer with this EHD. And again, I pointed out that it's estimated that 75 to 80% of the deer have been wiped out here. And I've gotten confirmation from my local friends here that own hundreds of acres 26 deer confirmed dead, 60 confirmed dead, and I found over a dozen of my property. So we took a walk, and here's a picture of Kyle down in Mud Creek walking, and we found 2 in a very short distance. So again, bad year for Defiance County, but we're making the most out of this weekend. You did see a deer, you heard some deer, so it's optimistic, but it's still going to take a few years for this county to recover.
Yeah, it's not completely wiped out. And I told him when I got here, I wasn't even interested in harvesting a doe. Any mature does that are still kicking, that's your future.
Yeah, and,
You know,
and
to-
he's
to
like
rebuild
off
the
limits,
herd, yeah.
off limits.
Yeah.
So,
A little bit of conservation from the hunter.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
and this is why I respect this man so much, is he got his deer, he got a real nice buck, I'm sure you've seen from a previous video. Coming out here and sitting in the stand, sitting in one of the blinds, it's just kind of an afterthought of his trip here, because the whole thing is about coming up and hanging out with like-minded people and having fun.
I'm here for the food, man.
He's always here for the food, and he sneaks into the beer and bourbon. So anyway, again, it's Saturday night. I don't know if we're going to do a wrap-up tomorrow or not. This might be the last time he brings the video out, but I'm glad you come out, had a good time, and we're going to do this again next year. And not only that, we got a few things up our sleeve for doing some, kind of planned fishing trips.
2025, yeah.
Some planned hunting trips, some flathead, muskie.
Some things in the works.
We're going to make some things happen. So there's some videos coming up into 2025 that we're both really looking forward to. So
Absolutely.
hey, again, thanks for coming out.
You bet.
And
Always a joy to come up here.
hey, follow this guy.